Hey guys, welcome back to UnOrdinary Weekly Reaction. I know I said there wasn't going to be a video today, and this is really late compared to what you guys normally get, but my brother is letting me use his old MacBook, and I finally figured out how to be able to record on it. So, that's what we're doing today. Luckily, I didn't have to wait very long to read the newest chapter. Anyway, last week, as always, let's do a little quick discussion. So something I noticed when rereading through the series today, I don't think Sarafina knows that Arlo was behind everything. We know that John knows because Arlo straight up told John that everything that happened to John was facilitated by Arlo himself, but I don't think Sarafina knows. She knows that while she was gone, John met Arlo, and that Arlo played John, but I don't think she knows that he's the reason she got suspended. He's the reason why John wasn't able to contact her. And so maybe if she does find out, maybe she will go easier on John when she finds out about him, like when the truth comes out. That's just something I noticed. It's just something I noticed because it's never really been brought up again. Another thing, so last week we left off with Sarafina and Evie versus Cleo, the girl with Dizzy Punch, which was really cool. And her and Evie and her friend Roland were kind of like, we're not really a fan of John. Like, he seems kind of mean. He thinks he's better than us. And let's be honest here, John is better than them. But Sarafina was like, that doesn't sound like John at all. And so things are starting to come out. Interesting. But we also left off with John telling Cecile, you're my next target. So, you wanted to know more about it? About my plan? This is my plan. And I know last week I was like, we don't like Cecile, like blah, 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 she's a bitch, and she is. But I do hope that they stage a fight. Because I do want John to have people in his corner. Like, I do want John to have people that he can rely on. And Cecile isn't the most trusting person, but like John said, she knows not to cross him. And so I hope that they just stage a fight. But it does bring me into the next point I want to discuss real quick. John might not hold back on Cecile. Because John might have put together that it was because of Cecile that the information on Sarah got out. Because she said she controlled the school press up until the article about Sarah got posted, and then Arlo was like, I told you this needed to stay under wraps. And so he might not hold back. Maybe John does know, maybe he doesn't know. It'll be interesting to see. But that's all I wanted to talk about. So let me just quickly open up the Webtoons app. And then, yep. So, episode 141. I will purchase it real quick. Oh! Maybe John isn't fighting Cecile in this chapter because the thumbnail is John, but he looks kind of nervous. Interesting. Okay. So he's got like the one thing of sweat that Uru normally draws. So maybe we won't get John versus Cecile this chapter. Oh, wow. So we are starting out Wellston Boys dorms. And then looks like John's getting back from a run, or he's getting ready to go out. And there he looks up, and Blyke's home. Okay. Real quick, I wanted to include something for you guys for this video, but it's not quite done yet. What I wanted to include was a drawing I'm working on of Blyke versus John, because that chapter just got officially released today. And I want to include in the drawing the quotes that John told Blyke, like, I'm not worried, I'm not scared. Because right now, Blyke just walked through the door. And it's still the same day. He still has holes in him. Well, not in him. He's probably all healed up by now, but the holes are still in his shirt. And he just sighs. And he sees John. Hey. You probably already heard, didn't you? I talked about this before. I do feel bad for Blyke because he was legitimately trying to be John's friend. Blyke was sincere. Like I've said it before. He was rude to John in the past, but that was with reason. That was because John did hit Remy because he thought she was Claire, and Blyke just saw that and is like, you're not going to get away with hurting my friend. You didn't hit the queen. You hit my friend. You hit my best friend. And even after that, like, Blyke, after seeing how low tiers are treated, he was still like, this isn't right. Like, they fear us. And all we did was help. This isn't right. And he tried to be John's friend. And because of Arlo, well, I won't put the blame on Arlo, but John doesn't trust people anymore because of that. And so he doesn't trust people that aren't Sarah. And so because of that, he would just brush off Blyke's attempts to be his friend. And it's really sad because I do like Blyke. Didn't mean to make that rhyme. Anyway, so it's just Blyke kind of looking down and just John staring at him. You probably heard already, didn't you? Heard what? That Joker guy kicked my ass in front of everyone. And it's just John looking at him. Dang. I'm such a loser. Boasting all this bullshit about how I was going to take him down. Now look at me. I didn't even come close. Is John going to tell Blyke? And Blyke's just looking down at the floor, and John's just... I can't tell if John's just looking at the floor or just looking at Blyke. Just ended up disappointing everyone. And then John's not saying anything. And John just walks past him, opens the door, and just closes it. And then Blyke just punches the wall. Damn it! If only I were stronger! UnOrdinary episode 141. Oh. We're in Wellston, the town, and it's, it's the boba shop. Or, Sarah just got back from, wait, what? So no, it looks like the sandwich shop that she and William went to all that time ago, but she's drinking boba. Sarah's drinking boba. Oh, and John's with her. They're just walking around town. Feels like we haven't hung out in forever. What are you doing during your free blocks? I can't ever find you anymore. And then John's just like, oh, I've been skipping class a bit more than I should recently, and my grades have taken a dive because of it. And then Sarah's just like looking at him. And the action I was doing is pretty much what John's doing. So the teachers have been making me do extra work during my free time. You know, if you need help on school, you can always ask me, right? And then Sarah's just kind of like nudging him, it looks like. And then John's just like, but you're always giving me shit for being slow. Really? I don't remember. Anyway, besides, I'd rather just spend time like this. Away from other students and away from all the school's nonsense. It's way more relaxing, and I don't have to worry about a thing. And he's just looking up at the sky. ... And then Sarah just says, Can't argue with that one. Oh, by the way, what happened to your face? Oh, this? I schooled a mid-tier today. Huh? Another fight? Sarah, shouldn't you be more careful after what happened? What if I don't care? That's what you say all the time. And she just looks over at John. So you can get into whatever trouble you want. But I can't? And she just walks ahead of it. Why should it be any different for me? And then she walks past him and he's not moving. I don't want to see you get hurt again! And then Sarah just like stops and is surprised. I know I've done a ton of dumb shit in the past. But it's different now because it's happening to you. And Sarah's just kind of caught off guard. When I saw you in the infirmary the other day, I didn't even know how to react. All I could think about was how weak I am. How could I be so worthless and let something like that happen to you? John, if only this stupid hierarchy didn't exist. If only we didn't have to worry about what other people's abilities are, then neither of us would have to deal with all this bullshit. And he clenches his fist. And Sarah rushes and grabs his arm. Hey, please, John, don't think that way. None of this is your fault. This is just how things are. We can't expect to be able to control everything. I get it. You just want me to be safe. But people will continue to look down on me, and they'll treat me like crap regardless of what I do. So what's the use in hiding? The least I can do is stand up for myself. I've already decided. I won't let what those students did scare me. I'll keep fighting back, just like you. You don't have to do it alone anymore. And she just looks up at him. And John's probably going to walk away right now. He's not saying anything. Yeah. And then Sarah just turns around. Oh, I haven't told you. I met some new people recently. Oh? Yeah, a couple low tiers. They are impressed with my fighting, so I was thinking maybe you could teach them a few tricks too. What? Why me? Well, you're the expert. Okay, yeah, but I'm about to fail out of school. I gotta get my grades up before I take on anything else. Like I said, I could help you in that department. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you teach them instead? Funny. That's what they said too, but I don't know. Well, of course. You're the one who fought off the mid-tier, right? No point in bringing me into this. I think you're plenty qualified already. Give yourself more credit. Guess I could give it a try. Oh, snap. Chapter's not over yet. But Starlight Restaurant. Someone had dinner plans and it's nighttime. Oh my god, Doc looks like a fucking idiot. He has his hair kind of like Keon right now. It's like combed to the side. Oh my god, he's shaved. You look like a nerd. And the very first chapter, the math professor, I think it was, who's like got the turtleneck, Doc is wearing that right now. And it's just ... Darren! He turns around. How have you been? And it's Layla. And her hair looks a lot like Sarafina's when it's down. UnOrdinary episode 141. End. All right. So no fight this chapter, which is fine. Which is fine. But it was good to see John and Sarah hang out a bit. I was expecting more of a confrontation for their next interaction, but this chapter was interesting. We also got to see Blyke talk to John about the fight, even though Blyke doesn't have all the information. That was really cool to see. And then we get to see Layla. And again, Doc looks like a fucking nerd. It's hilarious. Oh my god, Doc looks so stupid with his hair slicked back. It's just funny because when I think of characters like Doc, like Aizawa, like characters who are kind of like hard asses and like don't really do much like style wise, it's hilarious to see them clean up. Professor Aizawa from Hero Academia, all he does is put his hair back. That's pretty much all he does. But Doc like got clean shaven. It actually looks like he got some pretty, well, no, his eyes are still kind of baggy. But oh my god, he looks absolutely ridiculous. But next week we're most likely going to learn more about Doc and Layla. I'm excited for that. Uru, quite the curveball you threw this week. Quite the curveball indeed. Anyway. Yeah, this was a slow chapter, but I'm fine with that. I wish there would have been a little more, but, well, whatever. Don't always get what you want. I just want to know Cecile's ability, though. Anyway, still a great chapter. Working on my computer issue, so sorry if the quality for today wasn't what we've been at lately, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it. So, as always, as we're doing now, we will do a quick question of the day, and then I also have something I wanted to ask you guys. So, question of the day. And this is one I've been thinking. This is one I thought of just today because I was like, I should probably think of a question of the day to ask. And this doesn't pertain to the chapter or anything. I could probably think of one if I tried for a bit, but whatever. What do you guys think Headmaster Vaughn's ability is? Because well, no, that doesn't really play into anything. But like, it's just weird. I really hope we get to see the teachers of Wellston fight. That would be freaking amazing. Maybe they'll take on John. Maybe there'll be a extracurricular activity chapter or something where like it's the teachers versus the students. I think that would be freaking amazing. I also wouldn't be surprised if Vaughn is a level 10. I would not be surprised at all. But I think Vaughn's ability has something to do with like emotion control. Because the few times we've seen him with students, he tries to relax them. Like, he tries to keep them calm and collected. So, nothing much to go off of there. We don't have much of anything to go off with Vaughn's ability. With Keon, it could be some form of, like, controlling things in, like, a specific environment. Because with Keon, we know that he has a barrier around the school. Not like Arlo's barrier, or a grid. I'll say a grid instead. He has like a grid around the school, and if someone enters the grid he doesn't know, he knows about it. But some fans have speculated. I'm not too sure of this myself, but we did see his eyes glow when John and Blyke moved in. When John moved into Blyke's dorm room, we got a shot of Keon's eyes, and then they were glowing, and like John and like Blyke's hands like. It seemed, according to what fans are speculating, it seems like they were like forced to like shake hands. So I think like he can create a grid and control things in it, like Law from One Piece. But rambling on about that, but I do think Headmaster Vaughn's ability has to do with controlling emotions. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments as always. And then something I wanted to ask you guys real quick. Someone commented this on last week's video, but they deleted it unfortunately, or it's just not showing. They recommended that I show fan art for the videos. What do you guys think about that? Granted, I would only do it for your guys' fan art. Like if it was submitted, I'd have to start editing videos for that. But I don't want to do it because I'm lazy. But let me know, like, if you guys are artists and you have some cool UnOrdinary drawings that you'd like me to show. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to show off your guys' awesome talents. You guys support me. I have no idea why. I'm just a guy reacting to a chapter about 3 weeks earlier than other reactors do. Anyway, yeah, let me know. I'd love to see what you guys come up with too. In fact, let me see if I can find it real quick in my bag. So I told you guys I was working on a Blyke versus Joker drawing, but when the Eisen versus John chapter came out, while I was at work, I did do a drawing for that, and it was just a really simple drawing, just kind of like a face-off type thing. So here's what I drew. I'm not gonna bother editing this in like to the corner or anything because it's late and I don't want to edit. I just like to get this video out for you guys. This is what I came up with for Eisen versus John. So we have Eisen here. What I tried to do for Eisen, because I couldn't really find a way to like convey Hunter, what I did, if you can see, I gave him kind of fangs and also like sharpened his eyes kind of like to make them reptilian-ish. And I also drew up some damage on him because he was pretty badly beaten up. And then, of course, we have John, Joker. I feel like John came out pretty well. I drew the mask over his face, but I drew it so that we would be able to see his face too. And also his hair is kind of like sticking out of the mask a little bit, or like making the mask like stick out more, which I thought was pretty weird like afterwards. And I also feel like John's hair may have came out a little more like Blyke's hair for the drawing. But yeah, this was, what did I title this piece? Oh, it was number 7, rank 7 versus the Shadow King. The hunter has become the hunted. And yeah, so if you guys want to submit some fan art, let me know. And I will give you guys a shout out. You can message me on Twitter. Do I have DMs open on Twitter? Maybe I should open them up. Anyway, just let me know. Let me know, guys. That's it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. And yeah, that'll be it for this week's video. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys next week for another reaction to UnOrdinary. So I'll see you guys then.